Hey friends, it's Laura with Laura's Handmade Haven. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today. This is another little bonus video for you for the Sweet Land Quilt Sew Along. The quilt is designed by Holt. Fabrics I'm using are by Riley Blake. So in this video, what I'm going to focus on is trimming up those blocks. We have several blocks in our project that need to be squared up. And basically we have these great big applique blocks. They're going to be trimmed to 16.5. And then we have our cornerstone blocks, which are going to be trimmed to 4.5. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to get that done, just in case you don't have all the trim it rulers, because let's be honest, that's a lot of extra investment when you can just use a square ruler or your cutting mat or something else. So join me over at the cutting mat and we're going to talk through how to get these blocks squared up in a couple different ways. All right, so this is the first block that I am going to trim up, and I am going to be using the Cute Cut ruler. These rulers are designed by Lori Holt. They go with a lot of her quilts and a lot of her projects that she does. And to be quite honest, I'm going to use it on this one because when I went to put this block together, I realized that the fabric was skewed. The design was printed on the fabric at an angle. It wasn't square with the selvage. So this block took a little extra finagling to get it to work. So I'm going to trim this one up with the Cute Cut ruler, but I'm going to show you a different way to trim up your blocks as well. So the applique blocks in this quilt are 16.5 inches, and that is really big. But there's definitely a few different ways that you can go about trimming them up. I will say that for this great big block, the Cute Cut ruler is really nice because you can quickly and easily line it up and you know where everything's at and you know if you're going to be in the seam allowance or not for those little birdie feet, etc., etc. So if you have the Cute Cut ruler, I would definitely suggest that you use it for this block. Yeah. So I am just going to go ahead and position this. Now I did actually, before I started appliquing, I made a line on my fabric so I know kind of where I'm cutting. So we'll trim this up real quick. Like I said, these Cute Cut rulers are really nice and they definitely make squaring up your blocks really fast and easy. You can see where that seam allowance is going to be. You can see where everything is lined up to make sure that everything's evenly spaced and aligned in your block. So this is definitely one choice, and if you have the Cute Cut rulers, I would say use them. If not, let's talk through a few different ways to do this. All right, so I'm going to put the Cute Cut ruler to the side. And we're going to talk through how to do this if you don't have a 16.5 inch ruler or one of the Cute Cut rulers. All right, so if I don't have any rulers that are going to be big enough to get my block squared up to the correct size, what I can do first is just fold my block in half because this middle bias should be in the center of your block. Now, it's going to be a little tricky to do that, but you really only need to have that at the top and the bottom. And that is where the center points are at. I can put those on the 9 on my cutting mat. And this mat is 18 inches wide, just so you know. And I am trimming to 16.5. So if I take 16.5 divided by 2, that's 8 1/4. So I know that from this edge over here, I need to go in 3/4 of an inch. And then I will just line this up and cut it off. Now, if I'm concerned that this isn't right, I can, before I do my next cut, I can always scooch it over and put that straight line cut on the edge of my cutting mat. And then I can just place my ruler at the 16.5 inch mark on the other side and cut it off. All right, so for the other direction, when I was laying out my blocks, these flowers are also in the center of my 16.5 inch height of the block. So I can take the block again, fold it in half, use my fingernail to just get that crease in there, And really with this block, I can see that it's still there from when I pressed the background fabric in half, but you don't have to do it that way. And again, I'm going to put those on the 9-inch mark. And the reason I'm going to use the same measurement for this direction is because that way my brain does not get confused. Because, let's be honest, sometimes I will get confused if I switch gears on myself. And then I can take it down here and see that all of these, the ends of all the little birdie legs will be in that seam allowance. So that's a perfect place for me to cut it. If they were not, and the reason I would cut those first is because just in case those little birdie legs are not long enough, I can always adjust this block a little bit, and maybe it wouldn't be perfectly centered, but that's better than not having my legs in the seam allowance like I want them. All right, so then I'm going to take this to the 18, just because that's an easy number for me to remember, because 18 minus 16.5 is 1.5. And if you are not sure about that, always just, count it out and make sure that you're right. And actually, let's just go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 1/2. I'm just going to push that up there a little bit, make sure it's smoothed out pretty good, and then cut it off. And now I have my second block trimmed to 16.5 inches, and it's ready for the quilt. So I had one ruler, and I did use my 6x24-inch ruler, but you could also do this with a 3x18. As long as you have a ruler that is more than 16.5 inches, then you are good. So this is block number 2. No big square rulers, just trimmed it up, and it is ready for the quilt as well. All right, for my final trick, what we're going to do is very similar to the other one, but just a little bit different. And the reason that I want to show you this is just in case you don't want to trust your cutting mat, which is not a bad idea. Maybe you want to make sure that you can get this trimmed and not have to worry about whether or not it's correct. All right, so the last trick I'm going to show you, I'm going to use a 12.5-inch ruler. Now, I'm going to tell you this is going to take a little more work and thought, but you can do it, I promise. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the bottom of our block, and we're going to determine if those little birdie legs are going to be long enough to get into that seam allowance if I leave 3/4 of an inch below the bottom of the centerpiece. And honestly, this one is going to be really close, so I'm going to scoot it up just a little bit. You're not going to be able to tell. I know that some of you are going to be like freaking out on me, thinking that it's going to be a terrible idea to do this, but I promise you're not going to notice it because these blocks are not side by side. Now, what I'm going to do very carefully is I'm going to hold my 12.5-inch ruler, and I'm going to cut 2 directions. All right, so that will get me my first square corner cut. And then I'm going to very carefully move this up, and I'm going to go ahead and cut off this entire side straight with this first cut that I did. Now I'm not worried about 16.5 quite yet. And yes, I know I'm cutting wrong here. Please, no one come at me. I understand that that was not good, but I tried. All right. So, and then the other thing is I'm going to take it this way and again, line it up with that same very straight edge that I cut with the ruler and continue cutting to the entire side of the fabric. Now, this is not 16.5, but these 2 sides are lined up. So now what I can do, and this is going to be a little bit of a trick, you're going to have to think about it a little bit. This is a 12.5-inch ruler. This is a 6x24-inch ruler. I can set my 6-inch ruler on the 2, and I take 2 of the lines to go straight on this edge and straight on the bottom, and then I can smush my 12.5-inch ruler over to it, and 12.5 plus 4 is 16.5. So I can go ahead and cut the first section of this, and again, leaving this on the 4-inch mark, move this on up, and there is my 16.5-inch wide block. Now what I can do is put the 6 by 24-inch ruler on this bottom. This tells me that I am right at 16.5 inches. I have my lines perfectly aligned with the edges of the block, and I can move this 12.5-inch ruler down, put it right next to it, make sure everybody is snugged up, and we'll cut this side. And again, moving it, making sure it's right against there, make sure this doesn't shift, and continue for the rest. Now, this is also a 16.5-inch square block, and we can check that by putting it on our cutting mat and seeing that yes, it is right at 16.5 inches both directions. So this block is also squared up. I did not need the cute cut ruler, and I did not need a 16.5-inch square, and I didn't have to trust my cutting mat, which honestly sometimes is a little off. So, which one of those did you like the best for that big square? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Do you have a different trick that you use to square up your 16.5-inch blocks or big blocks like that? So for this last one, I am just going to go ahead and use the cute cut ruler. I'm going to adjust it just to make sure that everybody is happy, and I'm going to trim it up. Now, I would definitely say that this is the easiest and the fastest way to do it, but you also have to buy this great big ruler, and I think they're like 30 or 40 bucks. So if you want to save that and spend that money on fabric, there were a couple different ways you could do it. All right, so let's talk about the cornerstones. The cornerstones are 4.5-inch squares. Now, most of us will probably have a 4.5-inch square. And I do not have a 4.5-inch square cute cut ruler. I have a 4.5-inch square ruler. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my 4.5-inch square ruler, and I'm going to line up the top and the bottom. In fact, let me move you closer so you can see this. All right, so for the cornerstones, I'm going to take my 4.5-inch square, and I'm going to line up that top point right at the 2 1/4 mark. And I'm going to line up the center of the bottom right at the 2 1/4 mark. Now, the other thing I'm going to check is to make sure that this line here is pretty close to level. If it was not, then I would adjust my ruler so this was level and not worry so much about this, because when you look at the quilt, you're going to see this perspective a lot quicker than you are this. So that's one little trick there for you. And then, so we're just going to use the 4.5-inch square ruler. And we did not need the cute cut ruler for this. We just needed a 4.5-inch square ruler. Same concept. You just divide your block by 2. That's your center point. Find it in the center of your square. And there you go. So there's the first cornerstone. Now, what if you don't have a 4.5-inch square? What if the only size square you have is 6.5? Oh my goodness. What we do for that, because I'm all about saving money. Let's save money for fabric, right? I love tools, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you just need to do what you can with what you have and not worry about buying more and more tools, right? All right, so on the 6.5-inch ruler, so what I can do, same thing. Now, when you look at this, the first thing you want to do is make sure you get kind of an idea of how much space is above and below your star. And if I count down 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, I can see I have a good 1/2 inch here, a good 1/2 inch, almost a 1/2 inch there, almost a 3/4 of an inch there, and a 1/2 inch here. So that star is centered, but you can tell that my star is not square with my background fabric, and that just happens sometimes, okay? So what I've done is I look at this line, 2 1/4, this line, 2 1/4, and this line to make sure it's even. If it's not, I'm going to adjust it. And it isn't quite even, so I am going to adjust it. I'm 1/8 of an inch off here, but you're not going to notice it once I get it squared up. So I'm going to leave this just the way it is because I have a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch and a 3/4 of an inch, and we will have 4 1/2 inch in here really well. I know it kind of gets crazy when you're cutting at an angle like this. And yes, this is going to be a little bit of a bias, but it's going to make our star right. So that's what I really care about. Now, then I take those 2 cut edges and make sure I go in the right way. All right. I always count twice before you cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4 1/2, 1, 2, 3, 4 1/2. And then I can cut the other 2 sides. Did not have to purchase the 4 1/2 inch ruler, used my 6 1/2 inch ruler, which is pretty standard. And I have another cornerstone squared up. So let's say I'm a beginning quilter and all I have is a 3 by 12 ruler. All right, so if all you have is a 3 by 12 ruler, you're going to need to use your cutting mat. Hopefully you have one. And we're going to line it up at 2 1/4 in the center of this block, and we're also going to make sure that this is pretty close to level. And we're going to get our first cut. Now we can move this little block to a straight line on our cutting mat and count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1/2. You just want to make sure that this first cut is in line with your star to make sure it's angled correctly on your block, just in case you're a little skewed. Now remember, we cut these blocks at 5 1/2, so we're basically cutting off 1/2 of an inch off of each side. So what I can do is I just put this on a line here, and I can cut this off, and you can definitely check this before you cut. So in fact, I would say do that. You want to make sure that you line this up and check all of your sides before you cut it, so you don't cut it too small, and so you have it pretty much centered on the block. So how do you square up your cornerstones? Which way would you prefer? All right, so as you can tell now, my cornerstones and my sashing are definitely the same size, so they are ready to go together, and that's going to be the next video. And you know, our sashing matches up with our applique blocks too, which means they'll also match up with our piece blocks that we have put together. So that's just a few different ways that you can square up your blocks, get them to the right size. I would love to know which methods you use and which methods you like the best. So do you think the cute cut rulers are worth it? Or do you stick with some of your tried and true rulers? Are there other products on the market that you like better? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, find joy in all you do. Carve out some time for crafting and creating. And remember, it's always better when you make stuff up.